any of the faculty members would like to access it, they can right now.
Okay. Yeah. So all those of you who could see the message what has been sent by Mr. Shubham. Okay. All right. So Shubham, or there is a message here in the chat box. So they have provided the same user ID password what I have shown through the slide. So the same credentials are also mentioned here. You can also make use of this as well. Thank you, Mr. Shubham.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So coming back to this point, your library has already built a link. I mean, they have put their link in the library in your college website, so you can come to this IEEE Explore. Say when you can even use this. Say for example, if you have forgotten this URL, so directly you can come through your library. That is what is possible. Okay, that is option number one. When you're there in the campus, through your IP address, automatically it gets identified, and then you'll be able to see your institution name. But right now the things are different. So therefore, what will happen? So let us start from the beginning. By the way, I will come to this point, but these are all the research. These are all the articles which are available in this IEEE Explore Digital Library from your institution, as all of you can see this clearly. So it's really a good thing to know this, that there are so many articles which are available in IEEE Explore of your institution, maybe written by your faculty or your seniors as well. Okay, so we will come to this point more. Okay, the moment you click on this link, it will come like this when you're there off campus. Then you can click on username password. So you can enter these credentials. Now there is another reason why I have shared it with all of you. So the reason is, I would request everybody, at least most of you, to please have a hands-on practice by yourself. So that would give you a better understanding and a better browsing or using IEEE Explore Digital Library. So my dear friends, all those of you, I will again display the slide, no problem. So I will put it for another 30 seconds. But I request everybody to kindly make a note of it. And as I take you all through this IEEE Explore Digital Library, you can also have a hands-on practice that will be really helpful for you as well. Okay, so using IEEE, everybody knows it, but then what are the new features that I would be highlighting? Moreover, what I would like to hear from all of you, or at least some of you, is whether you are able to access the IEEE through these credentials. For me, you have seen, yes, it is successful. Similarly, are you also able to log in through this? So I request any of you to kindly use this right now and let me know if you're able to log in successfully or not. So I shall wait for your message, or somebody can just let me know, or Shubham can.
Yes, one of them has tried, sir, and they could log in.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Thank you for the confirmation. Now, so yes, so others also can try it. It will work. It will work. No issues will be there. If in case, and one point that I would like to highlight here to everybody is, all these are case sensitive. So therefore, whether it is there in small letter or in a caps, so please use the same. Don't get confused. Even if you miss any letter, so for example, people might get confused with this capital letter or small letter. So make sure you use the same. So with that, no error will come, and you'll be able to come to this platform. Okay. So now, so we will move on from here. But before that, one basic question that I would like to ask with all the participants is, so is my speed okay? Am I going too slow or am I fast? So if you can let me know, I can modify my pace. Okay, and if you're all able to follow me as well, so kindly let me know so that it would be easier for both of us and we can proceed with the session. Is my pace okay? Is it slow? Should I increase or Can I continue with this pace?
Yes, sir, you can continue with this pace.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So at any point of time, if any of you feel that the speed has to be varied, kindly let me know. Accordingly, I will modify. No problem. Okay. Now, my dear friends and respected faculty, all those of you who have been using IEEE from so many years, now IEEE has got a new look, new feel, and through this there are new features as well.
Chapter 1 center.
So I would like to highlight which are those. So starting from here, you could see a dedicated section only to view these COVID-19 related articles.
Sir, you're on mute, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have gone on mute. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, I was just saying this, that IEEE Explore, most of you are aware about it. Now I would like to highlight on those new things about this new platform, the new portal, the new features. So everything new I would like to highlight here. So the first thing is, there is a dedicated section related to this COVID-19. You can find all the technology related articles which are there, which started from last March 2020 onwards. What are all those articles which are connected with COVID-19 and what people have done in terms of technology, what solutions they have offered, what research they have done. So all of that can be found here. Even in fact, one of your, there is one article from your institution itself which is related with this COVID-19, where somebody wants to turn on a stabilizer using a smartwatch in this pandemic situation to avoid a touch. So if any of you are interested, so you can find out that. And coming to the faculty or some hardcore researchers, so you can follow these experts right from this landing page of IEEE Explore itself. And you could also step on to what are the trending articles with respect to IEEE article, that also you could know from this landing page, followed by IEEE keeps adding one or the other new thing here in this IEEE Explore Digital Library. So if you can come to know all those updates from this landing page, and it may be a student, it may be a faculty, or it may be a student branch member, any of you who would like to take part in any of the conferences across the globe, you would get the information of all of those conferences here at the landing page itself. So here it is, IEEE Explore Digital Library is a kind of database, but definitely it doesn't look or give you a feel like a database. It is more attractive and it gives you a lot of information. And what is that information? Let us see that. As I was showing to all of you in the slide, there are 50 lakh articles, so 50 lakhs of results you would get in this entire IEEE Explore Digital Library, and you could see all of that with the numbers. So there are 531 courses, and there are so many articles from conferences, journals, magazines, and there are books as well. Now, out of these 50 lakh results, what can a student or a faculty can make use from these who belongs to Shreyas Institute of Engineering and Technology? How will you get the answer? So you can get the answer by simply clicking on this option of subscribed content. Let me repeat. Whenever you look for information in this IEEE Explore Digital Library, you can enter any of the keywords or a topic. You can search for anything. Once you get the results, please use this option of subscribed content. With that, what would happen is you will be able to see all of those content which you can download and use it, as like you can see green and open. In other cases, what you might observe is that it would be in red lock. So to not get into that situation, kindly click on the subscribe content, and which will allow you to download the content. Hope I'm clear with this. So please do remember, whenever you're looking for any information that you would like to download from this IEEE Explore Digital Library, kindly click on this subscribed content. Hope I'm clear with this. Okay, now we have seen the overall content, what is available to you all to download from this 50 lakh results. So here is the complete number.
0.6. Now see, match the previous one. Previously we have W1 1.2 and W2 0.6.
Okay, now we have something new, that is IEEE Explore Digital Library top searches. What is this? My dear friends, as your institution has started the new courses related to artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science, how did they start, or how did they get an idea to start those courses? It is because of the prevalency that we are seeing the impact of that research in our day-to-day life. We are seeing the impact of that research in the technology. So across the world, people are interested, people are looking for the information related to all of these topics. So here are the top trending ones. Now, when we go to, you can simply click on any of those trending topics without you entering those keywords. We would get those articles, the complete results related with artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence can be related with any of the other subject areas as well, subtopics or subtopics under artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence can be used in the area of medical, it can be used in the area of technology, it can be used in many other areas. So now, somebody who want articles in this area of cyber security. So you can use an option that is called as search within the search. Now here you can clearly see that these are the articles which are related with artificial intelligence from the area of cyber security. Okay, and what next? The next new thing what has happened here is, in this package of IEEE that has been subscribed from Shreyas Institute of Engineering and Technology, it is called as ASPP. The name of the package is ASPP. Where it is, so you can find it. This is for your information. It's good if you know it. Okay, so when you go to what can I access, you will see the name of this package. Now, in this package, there are more than 290 journals, magazines, conferences. Out of that, which are those journals and magazines which are related to the topic or the keyword that you are searching for? So why this has been done? Because it will help you to directly go to that journal or the conferences which are there with respect to artificial intelligence, so that it will be helpful, so that you can save your time as well. That is the idea. Now, next, my dear friends, there are some limiters here. There are some filters. I'll just touch upon, or I'll just mention what are the importance of those filters. Here, it is clearly understood that you can find articles as per your period or as per your time range. You can choose any of these. Okay. Next is author. What is this? It will let you know the top 5 experts in the area of artificial intelligence. And here, since I have used something extra called as cyber security, or we are seeing these articles only with respect to cyber security, here are those names. Okay, so these are the people who have written more articles which are related with artificial intelligence, that too in the area of cyber security. Now, I have heard from one of my faculty who have said that to go and read an article which is written by this author Imran Khan. When somebody tells you the author name, you can directly go to that author's article. Now, why to go to this article? This is, I'm just taking an example here of this article, that harnessing artificial intelligence capabilities to improve cyber security. Now, if we think or if we consider why a faculty has told a student to read this article or to refer this article, now there could be a reason for that. Now, how can we find that reason? Okay, one thing, yes, artificial intelligence, which is most searched for or which has been used by most of them these days. Apart from that, they have told you that faculty has told you to read this specific article because this article gives you a chance to explore more on this topic. Say you would have, in what is a case that you can consider for this example or this article is, say you are in second year or you are in third year, you are supposed to start a project work. So you go to your faculty, you go to your HOD and ask them for their suggestion or ask them for their guidance. In that case, your faculty has told you, okay, go and read this article. And when you come to this article, you will understand why that faculty has directed you to come to read this article. It is because when you read this article, you will come to know what research has been done by these authors and what can be improvised next, or what is there for you to explore related with this article, so that you can find out from here. And that is the reason why your faculty has asked you to refer to this article. So my dear friends, this is one good thing in IEEE Explore, that it gives you an idea what is that you can improvise, what you can do next from what has already been done. These are some of the examples which I can quote to all of you, that using these articles you can get an idea as what you can pick up for your project work. It may be a mini project, it may be a final year project, or even, why not, your technical seminar. So on what you have to present. So for all of that, this is a section which each one of you have to look for when you are searching or whenever you are using IEEE Explore Digital Library. So future challenges and research or opportunities can be mentioned in other ways also. In some articles, it might have mentioned as future trends. So this is one section which will be helpful specifically for the students in terms of their project work and seminars. Okay, next, moving ahead, would like to show other filters and then move on to the advanced search. So let me go only to artificial intelligence now. So till now we have seen about the authors. The top 5 authors, their names will be known to you, so you can go ahead and use it. So as I've told to all of you, or as I've shown to all of you, that you have to click on subscribe content, that is important, which will allow you to download the content related to artificial intelligence. Okay, now author, we have already seen what it shows, the top 5 experts in this area. Maybe when Shreyas Institute or IEEE Student Branch organizes a conference related to artificial intelligence, they can invite any of these experts to deliver the topic, to deliver the talk. So this is how it could be used. I mean, this is one way it could be used for. What next is affiliation. My dear friends, in my slide, you had seen that it will be helpful for higher studies as well. So in what way it would be useful for higher studies? When you give any topic, when you come to the affiliation, you will see some universities names as you can see here. It may be Singapore, it may be China, it may be USA, it may be UK, it may be Australia. It would vary depending upon the keyword that you would have given. So what is the information that you will get it here is, these are the universities where there is a dedicated department or research for related to artificial intelligence. So that is how this affiliation will be helpful for your higher studies. Now, talking about other points under affiliation are, when you enter your region, it would show all those institutions whose people have published the articles related to artificial intelligence. Okay, and sometimes you can also see these companies' names. Okay, it can be GE, it can be IBM, it can be Samsung, it can be Infosys, it can be Google, it can be IBM as well, as I've already mentioned. So you can see some of the companies' names as well. If you remember, I had mentioned that this IEEE Explore information will be helpful for your placement also. How will it be helpful is when you see some of the companies' names here, and if you note down what is the topic, what you have to understand here is, okay, so you have to make yourself strong. Your fundamentals has to be strong with respect to these concepts or these areas. So therefore, you would be able to get a good chance to get employed with some of those prestigious companies like which you see over here. Okay, and what would be the use for the faculty? Faculty can take it like this. So these are the people, I mean, from these institutions, some people have already published it. So as Shreyas also has good number of articles which have been published in your institution name, maybe your area is artificial intelligence, and next time when somebody from this IIT Hyderabad is publishing, you may request to become a co-author or to take some suggestions from these people who have already published five papers in the area of artificial intelligence. So this is how it would be helpful for faculty. So affiliation will be helpful for higher studies, for the placement, and for the for the leads with respect to publishing articles with respect to other colleges authors. Then publication title. At this point I have already mentioned, but I will be repeating it. So in the beginning of the results, what you see here is which are those journals and magazines which are directly related with this topic. But when you come to publication title, among those 294 journals and magazines, it will show the top 5 journals, magazines, conferences which are related to this topic. So what as a student, my dear friends, maybe you might be focusing on a particular journal. So that could be transactions on image processing, or transactions on pattern analysis and machine intelligence, or cybernetics. If you make a note of these 3 journals, you can directly go and make use of them only. So what is the idea that you have to take from here is that this will show you the names of top 5 journals, magazines, conferences related to that topic. Now, supplemental items, these are something, some extra content what is available for all of you to use freely in IEEE Explore Digital Library. Now, codes are something related with the students. Faculty also you can use it, not like that, but more focus is with respect to the students. So why is it that I'm stressing more on the students? Now, it is for this reason that any of the students whose hobby is coding, or who has a passion to code or to hack, who take parts in hackathons, for them this coding will give them a chance to get more expertise. Okay, so they can modify this code, they can rewrite this code, and they can play with the code. In other words, they can play with this code. Okay, that is one thing. It is for those people who have good knack over it. Okay, so I think we have stepped on to a right article where I can mention to you about. See, in some of the articles, you will see the video content also with respect to video content also is available in some articles that you can watch and understand. I was talking about this code and datasets. My dear friends, these codes are written in different programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, MATLAB, Octavia, scripting language R. So in these it has been written. Now, you can take here, this example is of Java programming language. My dear friends, anybody can edit this code. So here is the original code which is there. Now you can easily edit this code, but provided there is one condition, that is you have to sign up with CodeOcean. These codes you are getting through CodeOcean. Okay, so you can edit this code by signing up with CodeOcean one time, and it is free. After that, you can edit it. So already there are some live interactive platforms available for this in CodeOcean. Even though if you do not have those softwares, no problem. You have these interactive platforms in CodeOcean only. Now the results, the original results will be here. Once you edit this code, make some changes, according to your changes, you will get a result. So that you can compare it with the original result and say that there is a contribution of yours for this code. Okay. So the point here is, my dear friends, whether you're an expert or somebody who is not, who is you know less strong in writing a code, for them also it will be useful. Why is it so, or how it is you may not write the complete code from A to Z. What you can do, you can simply take a part of this code. I mean, first you need to understand why these people have written, what output they've got. So you can modify it according to your requirement, and that is how it would be useful. So in this way, that's why I was highlighting that these codes would be useful for the students. Now, apart from this, there are some new things which are added here, my dear friends. I would like to highlight them as well. Now, the equations which you see in these articles, some of the equations that you see here, you can modify these equations, or say, for example, if you want to include this equation in your project report, you would be spending some time to get this because you may be using some mathematical equations and tools to get this equation. But in IEEE Explore Digital Library, we have something called as MathML code. This code will allow you to get this equation or a code in a matter of few seconds. So, and here is that equation which we were seeing, and it is there in few seconds. It is happening, it happened because of the MathML code. So this MathML code helps you to get any equation or a formula easily to your project report in few seconds only. So I'm going to show that once again for all of you, how you can use this. So the procedure remains the same. So for every equation, we'll have a MathML code. You have to copy that code and paste it. And while pasting it, you have to just use a special paste and use the formatted option. Okay, so right now, let me consider this equation number 6. Click on that equation, right click, a MathML code will be available. You can copy that and put it in the Word document. So before you paste, use the unformatted version. So this is how these equations can be used with the help of MathML code. And the next thing is about the images or the figures that is there in this article. My dear friends, sometimes you would be copying or you would be using these images for your presentation. So you can directly copy those images and put it in your PPT so that you can do it. And this is also one of the new thing with respect to IEEE Explore. Earlier, copying an image or this equation part or the codes were unavailable, but right now you can use them from this format. Okay, so next let's move on to other things. Say if you have used this article, you can give the reference or you can give a citation, or you have to cite this article. And while citing it, you can cite it in 2 steps or 2 clicks. By the way, if any of you are not understanding by this word citation or the cite, it just means that when you have referred to an article, when you have used an article, you have to give the reference of that, and that reference has to be given in a certain format. And here are the formats for that. So you can use any of these formats, and how you can give the reference of these is this article is, as you click on this, so here are the 4 formats. You can copy any of the format accordingly and then put it there under the references. So you can just give the reference or cite this article in 2 simple clicks, and when you want a PDF you can download this. And I would like to mention about this more like section here. Respected faculty or my dear friends, when you do the literature search, you would be gathering more articles, more information with respect to a specific concept. At that point of time, come to this more like this section, and you can see similar articles, many similar articles would be available to you that are already published, which you can put it into a folder or export it to something called as Collaboratech. This is called as Collaboratech, but right now it is not highlighted like others. I will tell you why. Because Collaboratech is a connecting platform, and to use that Collaboratech, you have to have a personal sign-in. Okay, so I will take one more example later so that you can easily understand that. Now, before I go to the advanced search, there are a few more things that I would like to mention, and then we will go to the advanced search. My dear friends, in this IEEE Explore Digital Library, it gives you flexible options. In what way? It gives you flexible options in terms of to read the latest articles first, or to see which are the most cited articles, or which are the most downloaded articles or the most popular articles. Not just these, you would be able to download the top 10 articles or the most downloaded 10 articles in one go. Or to say that you can download 10 articles in one go. How is it possible? So what you have to do is, once you have the results here, you can select this option, then go to download PDFs. You can see that these 10 articles are downloaded. You can simply click on download. So now here are the most downloaded articles, 10 of them are there, and we could download all of these 10 in a matter of less than 2 minutes. Okay, we will get the message also. Once all of these 10 are downloaded, we will get the message. So let me repeat it, how we would be able to download these 10 articles. Very simple it is. I would request any of you, those who were able to sign in successfully, please try this option at your end also. Use this option, select all on page, just click on this, go to download PDFs, all the 10 would be selected, and you have to simply click on download. Okay, so this is how, my dear friends, you would be able to download the top 10 articles in one go. Okay, we have got the message as well that all the top 10 have been downloaded. Okay, so we are just left with another 3 or 4 points. So before moving those points, are there any questions that are there in the chat box? So let us pause for 1 minute, and if any of you have any questions until now what I have covered, so you may put it in the chat box. One minute we can spend if any of you have any questions until now what I have covered, so you may ask that in the chat box through a message. After this, I would be showing about the advanced search, then benefit of creating a personal account, and then about a journal, and about authorship in a brief, and the courses as well. So with that, we would wind up this session. So any of you have any questions till now? Okay. Yes.
Sir.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
the
sir.
message, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Definitely, I'll show it once again, sir. Yeah. Once I go back to the platform, I would not be able to see your chat messages. If there are any other question, so you can put it right now so that I can show all of them in one go.
Sir, if there are any other questions, I'll send them, sir.
Okay, fine. There is a question from Venkat, sir. He wants me to show how to download the 10 articles in one go. Okay, let me show it. Now let me change this option. Let me change this option to the newest first, all the 2021 articles. We will get it. Okay, so here are all the 2021 articles. Now I would like to download these 10 articles in one go. So the procedure is very simple. Click on this option, means select all on page. Go to download PDFs. Here you can see all these 10 articles are selected, and I have to simply click on the download option. So that's how any of you can download these articles. Venkat sir, is it okay? Did you get it? Okay, so any of you also can try this. So just click on this, select all on page, and then go to download PDFs, and you would be able to download all the 10 articles in one go. Okay, fine. If there are any other questions, at the end also we will have some time for Q&A overall. Then also you can ask. So let me move ahead. Now, my dear friends, whatever I have, what example that I took was from the basic search. You can consider like that, because one topic at a time is what you can search when you go through this basic search. And to all the faculty, I would like to mention about this, that we call this as a global search box, because if you would like to go to an article written by, say, a specific person, you can just enter the name of that author, and you can directly go to their articles. Okay, so there are 223 articles written or co-authored with this person. Or if you would like to go to a specific journal which may be there related to this journal or a magazine, then you can select it and use it as well. So here are the articles from both journals and magazines related to IoT. Okay, that's why we call this as a global search box, where you can exactly select what you want and go there. Next is advanced search. My dear friends, respected faculty, we use advanced search, or we can use advanced search for two things. One, to save your time. Number two, to get specific articles. Right now, I was just telling about, or just showed you about Internet of Things. But right now I'm thinking I want information related to cloud computing, which I want to find out from the journal or the magazine or from the conferences related to cloud computing. Now I want to see these words of cloud computing in my title of the articles. I want to get it from a specific journal or a magazine related with this cloud computing. So I would like to get it from this. So I will choose publication title, and I know that there is an author by name Rajkumar Bhuya who is an expert in the cloud area of cloud computing. So I will use this option. So further also you can add another row if required, or you can use say IoT also. Likewise, if required only. If not, you can just end your search here and go for the results. So in this way, my dear friends, advanced search will save your time and also get you the specific results. Like see, you've got 12 results in terms of you can see all the cloud computing words in the title of an article from a journal or a magazine related to cloud computing and written by Rajkumar Bhuya. So all the three things are there. That's how, and we could get it because of advanced search only. So before I move to the next point, there's one more thing I would like to mention about advanced search, and this any of you can explore who has more of enthusiasm in terms of using IEEE Explore. My dear friends, we have something called as command search, and this you can use it when required and if necessary. So why to use it, when to use this? You can use this when you are looking for two different topics to be found in the same article, say autonomous vehicles and sensors related, you want to find it in the same article and with a certain distance. At that point of time, you can go for the command search, and when you go for the command search, we could see those articles wherein you have both sensors and autonomous vehicles, that too at a distance, a certain distance. So this command search can be used in this way. Now you can observe there are this autonomous vehicles and sensors in the same article at a certain distance. So this you can explore more as required. You can use it. So moving on from here, what are the benefits of creating your personal account? My dear friends, see there is Shubham and his team who are already the members of IEEE student branch. They need not create account. They can directly go and click on personal sign in and log into this IEEE Explore digital library. Or there is HOD of EC department who is a member of IEEE. Sir also need not create it. Or principal sir is there. Sir also need not create their account because they are the professional members, so they can directly go on personal sign in. Now what I'm trying to tell you here is, if you are a member of IEEE student branch, either a student branch member or a professional membership you have, you can directly go and click on this personal sign in. See, if you're a student, you don't belong to a student branch, or if you're a faculty, you don't have a membership of IEEE, so simply click on create account, create a free account of yours, and then with that you would be able to log into this personal sign in. Now, why one should create this personal account? There are 4 specific advantages when you create your personal account in this IEEE Explore. Now, those 4 are, my dear friends, see till now I was randomly taking some examples of artificial intelligence or the cloud computing, but I do not know specifically what is your area of interest. Okay, maybe some of the students here might be more interested in robotics, or something related to wireless communications, or something with respect to the blockchain or cryptocurrency. I don't know. But now once you have this account, you can set alerts for your favorite topics. Robotics is your favorite topic. Log in and then create alert. So what will happen is you will get emails whenever new articles related to robotics are added. You will get emails. And when you go to the journal section, if you like a particular journal, say there is somebody from EC department and you use this journal from many years, power electronics, that's IEEE transactions on power electronics, or IEEE journal of emerging and selected topic in power electronics. So you would like to set an alert for this journal. You will receive alert whenever a new issue of this journal is released. Now, my dear friends, let me show you all an example of my case itself. How I would be getting email alerts when the new articles are added related to the topics of automation. See, I like this automation topic, so I've set an alert. So there are 600 new articles which are added recently with respect to automation. So this is how you will receive alerts with respect to the topic. This is how you will receive an alert with respect to a journal related to VLSI systems. So new issue is launched on issue 5 May month. So I've got an email. Similarly, for IoT journal, a new issue has come. So I've got an email. And these would be the advantages when you have a personal account like this. What is the third advantages? If you all remember, I was mentioning about your say Collaboratech, a connecting platform of the like-minded individuals. There are different forums, there are different committees there where you can actually connect with them virtually and discuss ideas, present papers, write papers through Collaboratech. You can do it. My dear friends, here you can observe now it is highlighted because I have logged in with my personal account. Okay, now I can add this article into Collaboratech and keep it as my favorite article. And another thing it would be useful for us, there are 531 courses in different categories of engineering that you can see here. Okay, you can see the categories here, or you can also see the same categories here as well. So right from robotics to autonomous vehicles to emerging technologies, or to someone who want to equip themselves, who want to tune their communication skills, they can use this course. Recently, we have something called as English for Technical Professionals. This is a newly launched course with 14 modules, and this course has been taken by some of the institutions also. I think it's a good time, if Principal Sir is there, with Principal Sir permission. There is my colleague also who can highlight on English for Technical Professional course in a matter of a minute or two. Manjunath Sir, would you be able to highlight about this course?
Yeah, hi Srinivas.
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah. First of all, I'm very thankful to Principal Sir and also IEEE. I think it's a student branch, right, Srinivas?
Yeah, correct.
Yes. And also to all the faculties and all the end users who are available for this session. With the permission of Principal Sir, and I think we had sent a couple of details regarding this English for technical professionals. This particular, it is we used to call it as a e-learning module, a course where it is helpful for all the students who are from what we call it as from grade 2 cities across India and any other particular country. This is a 14-hour module that we have designed, and also what it teaches is like there are many courses, many English courses that are available in the market, but this particular course is mainly designed on the four reading, listening, writing, and like this. It helps, and it is based on all the engineering terms. Like suppose when a student goes to a corporate world, so what are its terms that they should follow? So what are the things they should do when they write a proposal, when they write drawings, what are the terms that they should follow? So this is how it has been explained, and after each particular module, every student or every end user, they will be certified with IEEE. IEEE certification will be provided, mentioning that it has been the particular name and student has been successfully completed English EE for TP, English for Technical Professionals, with the basic and advanced levels. What I will do is I will share a detailed information with the library and to the principal.
E4 TP. Surely you could do that, sir. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Srinivas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Srinivas, MS Srinivas.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So sorry, I just joined lately because I have some other meeting.
Okay, sir.
And meanwhile, in between, I joined 2 or 3 times. No, you are giving elaborated about the IEEE Explorer. I am very much familiar with because my 20 years of experience in IEEE. I'm a senior member of IEEE. And I'm well versed about this Explorer and all the downloads and all. It's very good. And I request all faculty members, please make use of the advanced search. Okay, I think all of you now, know clearly about exactly how to use IEEE Explorer. Okay, because we have a license also, and we have already paid 500 lakhs for the IEEE accessing. So all of you, please make best use of downloading the required resources and prepare your paper based on these searches. So as Srinivas Garu clearly told, even I don't know about the clubbing 2 different keywords and index words and searching one article. So definitely that is very much useful nowadays because you're doing a lot of research on IoTs and maybe the AMLs and image processing and so on, cloud computing. So all students and faculty members, especially CSC and ECE students and faculty members, make best use of these e-resources and prepare your research work and publications. Okay, and I'm
Okay, looks like there is a power outage at Principal Sir's end. So last two minutes before we formally close the session, I would request.
జాయిన్ అయ్యి స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసుకో బయట రా
So I would be closing this session in next 2 minutes. I would request everybody's kind patience and cooperation. Okay, so the last point that I would like to mention here is about the journals and magazines. How one can go specifically to any journal or a magazine. So right now we had taken an example of power electronics. So this IEEE is not just for say only electrical and electronics engineers as the name goes, but otherwise there are some journals related with mechanical also, like as you can see there is transactions on mechatronics. You can use these journals also. There are some information related to civil also. I'm not sure if there is anybody who's related to civil. For geosensing related topics, information is also available. Now a quick mention, okay, about this journal is, see, it's one of the good journal that we can say based on this impact factor, followed by which is used by many people across the world. We have this impact factor for this journal. Now, my dear friends, somebody from mechanical who wants to deliver a technical seminar, they can make use of this tab and section to gather the information presented, because this will have the articles which are most downloaded or most used articles will be here. And this section can be used by those faculty who would be writing some research articles where they can get an early access of those articles which are yet to be published, but they can have the PDFs of those. And current issue means here in this mechatronics related one, you can find an option called as get entire issue now, which means that all the content in this journal can be downloaded in just one click. And for those of you who would like to do a literature search from specifically from this journal, you can make use of this section. Lastly, a last point for today's section, another point is there, that is with respect to author center. Now, what is this? Writing an article and publishing it in an IEEE. We have a dedicated portal for that. It is called as IEEE authorcenter.ieee.org. Say for example, like Principal Sir, who has a vast experience, who in writing articles and publishing, or like the EC, HOD, or many others. So you might be an expert, or you might be just a student who doesn't have any idea. For all of them, this is the place. Okay, it would start from how to write what is an abstract from that level till the publication. All of them are here. Moreover, there are tools also. I mean, there are video lectures which are available in this section for you to understand how to write a research article. So these lectures have been delivered by some of the experts from foreign universities. So here you can click and watch them. Okay, so we can have a dedicated session next time related to writing if any of you are interested. So you can let me know later. And the last thing is how you can help yourself. My dear friends, see, there would be many new things. Even after this session, there might be so many new features that will be added into this IEEE Explorer. If you want to know by yourself which are those new features, so what you can do is you can go to this resources and help section. Click on this videos and training. You can read these guides or the soft copy. You can watch the video tutorials of some of the features, and also you can see what new features are there. Or if you would like to register for an online session to be delivered by our USA colleagues, so you can register yourself. So all of these are available in the help section. And before I close, my dear friends, I'm going to leave my email ID. So any of you who would like to contact me, or when you have any concerns, if you would like to write to me, so you can definitely do that. So here I would be just sharing my email ID. In the chat box, I'm going to mention my email ID. It is msrinivasa@ebsco.com. Okay, msrinivasa@ebsco.com is my email ID. I have put it. So you can send an email to me. Whenever you have any queries. Okay, so I'm done with this session. So I'm open for Q&A. Any questions any of you have, so you can ask now, or if you would like to email it later also, that also would be fine.
Dear participants.
Sir, good evening. Could you please explain the advanced search?
Dear participants or my faculties, respected faculties, anyone has any doubts, please let us know.
Sir, good evening.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, yes, sir. I heard your question, sir. Advanced search. Yeah, yes. I'm going to show that, sir. Okay, Okay, so I would just like to take an example with respect to Internet of Things, and we can combine it with other keywords also. Internet of Things and sensors. Or if I would like to add another row and say that I would like to find these results only from a journal or a magazine related only with IoT, I can use this publication title. And if I know an expert's articles, if I want to read it, I can mention that author name and choose the author also. Okay, so right now I will just only go for only go for these entries. So IoT in combination of sensors, and that too from a journal or a magazine or a conference related with IoT. So here it is. Now, my dear friends, respected faculty, here are the articles which are related with Internet of Things. Maybe I could have used this document title option also, so that we would have got lesser results. Now, one thing what anybody can see here is all the results that we are seeing are coming from those conferences, journals, or the magazines related to IoT. See, one is IoT, there is one dedicated journal for IoT. From there, these many results are coming, and others as well. And all these conferences that you can see here, that is International Conference on IoT for Smart Innovation and Usages. So this is how the advanced search will be helpful in combining 2 or 3 different topics. Or let me use this. And furthermore, we can have lesser results for that combination. So right now we have just 13,249 of them, and in all of these articles you can see IoT is there. IoT is there in it, and all of them are coming from IoT SIU or IoT AIS, or everything are connected with respect to IoT only. Is this fine, sir?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome, sir. Okay, so any other questions? Okay. If no more questions, I think most of you have seen my email ID, or you can note it down through. You can note it down also, no problem. So if you have any concerns, queries with respect to IEEE Explore, you can send an email to me at msrinivasa to msrinivasa@ebsco.com.
Sir, there seem to be no more queries.
Okay. So with that,
So,
I would.
we end this section with a vote of thanks, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to invite the IEEE Shreyas Student Branch Chair, Ms. Srija Gattu, to give the vote of thanks.
Firstly, I would like to thank N.S. Srinivasa sir for giving us his valuable time and sharing the information regarding the IEEE Explore. I would also like to thank our principal sir, respected HOD sirs, all our faculty members, the management, and also IEEE Shreyas Student Branch Counselor, Maruti sir, for their constant support. Would also like to extend our gratitude to the administrative and non-administrative staff. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the student members for your active participation. Thank you. And if anyone is willing to be an IEEE member, I'm posting our mail ID and all the required details in the chat box. You can message us over there. Thank you.
So last few words before we hang up from here. On behalf of IEEE Explore, I would like to thank Principal Sir, HODs, Librarian Amruta Madam, and IEEE Student Branch team for arranging this virtual session for introduction on IEEE Explore. So thanks to everybody, and thanks to all the participants for your time, energy, and patience. My dear friends, I'm always there for you. So just an email away. Please do send an email whenever you have any queries or concern with respect to IEEE Explore. Thank you all once again. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, participants.